So here's the new helmet that I'm using. This new helmet, as you can see, I chose a different route. I'm going to figure something out other than this. Someone suggested fiberglass, which I'll probably do, but this is just clay. There's a single bolt, a single hole in this helmet in the inside here that goes from there straight on through to this skeleton bracket you can get online for about 20 bucks. I'm using a Sony action camera because I like the shape of it, I like how versatile it is, and Sony's been making cameras long before GoPro. I also like how it's easy to connect on the bottom. There's a bottom connector for the power and for the 3.5mm microphone setup. And this means I'm going to be able to use the Sony EM microphone, which I have an older model EM microphone from Sony, in my mic as well. Keep in mind there's two microphones in this helmet, because what I've done is I took that kit and I put it in here with the speakers and the microphone that came with it. So there's really two microphones in my helmet. Now, to my surprise, most of these helmets have a built-in pouch. Even if it doesn't come with it, they have like a really small built-in pouch to hold the speakers. With that kit that I got, I had to take the speakers out of its little Velcro round case. Came out really easy just by fingers. This bolt is pretty well secured in there, so once you get like your mount and your fiberglass all figured out, you can just take a Dremel tool and just clear that out. So it really will be flush. There's a microphone here, and there's a microphone stuffed right here as well. So everything will be heard. One thing I was going to do with this setup is I was going to have embedded LED in the clay that I was going to have as an additional light I could kick on, like an auxiliary, such as that blue wire that we were talking about earlier as an auxiliary light. So this will kick on, and this thing was extremely bright. Unfortunately, I didn't factor in that the heat will cause these things to destroy themselves. So this thing destroyed itself, so basically the mount right here is going to have to be redone. It looks awesome until the clay hardens and starts cracking and then coming out. I need to use a different material. But this clay thing only took me like 5 minutes to do. But essentially, when everything's done, it's going to be the exact same thing. Just probably made out of fiberglass. Right, and then I have the connectors on the side. The connectors on the side I just kind of slapped on there. I'm not really too concerned about aesthetics at the moment. So these are the two connectors that's going to be just dangling from my helmet. You got the female on the 8-pin connector, and you have the HP DV4 series connector right here. I have a little stock of these things. If you need one, message me on SHADOWFOOT.net. And I have the extra wires, which these are going to be maintained in just a second. I'm going to get that plastic connector and just have all these, which are the power cables, because all these have already been managed. All these go into the helmet for the speakers and everything. I can just take a marker and clear this up, make it look nice. Now keep in mind, although I have all this stuff on the helmet, there is only one bolt in this helmet, period, and that's the one holding the camera. All this is just high temperature hot glue, meaning that it will not release itself unless it's under extremely high temperature. If I need to resolve that, I was going to take a small piece of metal, 2 small holes to clamp every wire down, just in one connection, and then use these quick connects. Because I've never used this type of setup with everything on the outside instead of tucked in the cheeks on the inside, wiring wise, I'm going to put a quick connector and hot glue it probably about right here behind the camera, because there's a lot of space right here. I'm going to start running my LEDs. So that way, if I choose to change LEDs, then I can do that. But once I'm satisfied with what I have, I can just peel off that and then just solder them together. Aesthetics are not the most important thing. Having all this done and having it done safely is the most important thing. I have never gotten into my accident had I had brighter LEDs on my helmet. Blue lights save lives. They're not illegal because it's not technically on the bike. It's on your head, on a helmet. And this thing is pretty sturdy. It's really not going to go anywhere. The hot glue is really powerful. So now let's go over to the LEDs I'm going to put on this. So the LEDs I'm going to be using are going to be these. I already got this one to size so it can go around the helmet, sort of like this. And I was going to use the other piece of it, which is a little bit of this remaining piece, to finish off the back. So these LEDs are very inexpensive. This one and these are 50/50 SMD LEDs that you have here. There is a difference. My other helmet on my first setup video was not using 50/50 SMD LEDs. This is also a 50/50 SMD LED. The easiest way to tell one of these is they will usually have solder points, a lot of them, and it'll usually be a bigger square of where the light's going to come out of them. And this one is the ones I was using previously. As you can tell, these are easily 2 times the size and 2 times the brightness. These things are way brighter. I'm going to be blinding people on the road with the blue LEDs at night. I will be seen on the road. No one in their right mind can say that they did not see a motorcyclist. And it looks cool. Blue LEDs look cool. So this entire thing, which is 38" of blue, and an entire one of these that is red, and an entire one of these that is white, all cost me like $10. All 3 of them cost $10. And you can cut these and you can just solder, whether it be white or black, it doesn't matter as far as reflecting or anything like this. The LEDs are very directional. You're going to get just as much brightness out of a white one as you will a black one. And these things are waterproof. These things are coated by a plastic membrane. The only thing that can really hurt these things is if you smash them, and it takes a lot to smash these things. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this connector popped on the side of my helmet, get at least this connected where I want it to be on the helmet, and then I'll show you how to take these, and once you snip them, I'll show you how to get the wires back on them. It's not that bad.